like there are some tribes that are more inclined to traditional worship. Every tribe has that aspect of traditional worship, right? But some tribes are more proud of theirs, they are more vocal, more open, more forward about it than others. And when it comes to the Plateau State, I think even your tribe, like when it comes to my mind, like I think Tarok, they are among those that they are probably.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like looking at each region in the country, some people have a particular religion that their forefathers identified with. Do you understand? That's why today if you see an Igbo Muslim person, it's kind of strange. It's strange because their history is not related to Islam in any way. And seeing a traditional, an Igbo man that is a traditionalist is very common. And seeing a Tarok man that is a traditionalist, Tarok from Plateau, is very common. It's more common than seeing which tribe now will I use that are less traditional people.
Why do you think that some cultures, they found it easy to let go of their tradition and accept Christianity more than some other cultures?
Looking at Islam now and Hausa people, most of the cultures that Hausa people work with, their core cultures before Islam came, it aligns with Islam. I don't know how to place it. It aligns, it blends. So it's kind of hard to even know which one is Hausa culture that is different from the religion. Because since from time, Hausa people, their way of dressing is kind of modest and covered, you understand? So when Islam came, it just fitted into their culture. It just looked natural to them.
So I think that those cultures that find it easy to cling to Christianity in a way aligns with their culture.
That's truly.
How you.
It kind of aligns with their culture.
Okay.
It's hard to separate Islam now from thick Hausa culture, because even a Hausa Christian, you see him, if you bring a Hausa Christian now from the north, you see him behaving like a Muslim.
Okay.
Do you understand? Even though he might even know the Bible and be more professing than you, but the core of his culture aligns with the scripture of Islam.
Now my neighbor, he said that Igbo is an ancient culture. Like the Igbo culture, right?
Yeah.
It's very ancient. You know, some cultures you can trace them back to like very far, while some they are really recent. Yes. So he said that the Igbo culture is really an ancient culture, and so that's why, like, before it was there, they believe that it was there before the coming of Christianity.
Actually, it's true.
Yes, so that's why they find it hard to like forsake what their foreparents have been doing.
Christianity is actually very new
compared to some of them, right? Yes. So he said that their culture has been there even way before Christianity. So their foreparents had a way of worshiping God. So why is that this one that is coming afterwards, you now expect them to let it go and cling to it? We started talking on religion and all with him. And so he was like, so now do you think that it's only Christians that will go to heaven, that will make it to heaven? I was like, it is those that have a relationship with God that will make it to heaven, because like it's obvious if I'm having something in my house, it's normal that I will invite my friends. And my friends are people that I have a relationship with or a fellowship with. So I'll invite them to my house. Heaven is the house of God, his kingdom, and so he's going to invite those that have a relationship with him. It's not those that go to church, but those that have a relationship with him. But it's just that on our own, we can't be able to have that relationship with him. Because he created us to fellowship with him, right? In Genesis, it's written that in the evening he will stroll down to the garden and relate with Adam. So that's how in the evening I will stroll to your house just to gist, right? And so he really wanted to have a relationship with Adam, but Adam fell short. And before falling short, he was learning from their relationship. He was learning his purpose, learning about the universe, because we were told that God will bring all the animals and then he will name them, he will show him this, show him that. So he was learning about the world, right? And his place in it, his purpose and everything. But he did not complete his lesson. He did not complete that class. He got fired. He was expelled. And so he got out with an incomplete note. And the truth is, I appreciate how they value their culture, because I guess maybe that's how we were meant to learn how to fellowship with God in the first place. We're supposed to learn that from our parents and from our culture, right? But the greatest father of all was expelled. He did not come out with the complete notes. He did not fully learn everything and he was expelled. So he handed down an incomplete note to his descendants, which includes our grandparents, our ancestors, our grandparents, and us, and even our descendants that will come. And the thing is, while those notes were passing down through the generations, there were alterations that were made because there's something called human error. How did that human error come into being? Because he ingested a virus from the fruits in the garden, right? The forbidden fruits. He ingested the virus, and then there was malformation in his body. The way it was supposed to work is no longer working that way. And now there's a thing called human error. And some people will be like, I don't get it. How is that I did not sin? But just because Adam sinned, that means me to have sinned. Like, it's so simple. You are his photocopy. If an original copy has a virus stain on it, if you're going to photocopy it, the photocopy has no choice than to come out with that virus stain.
Yeah.
So now the original copy, which is Adam, our greatest grandfather of all, he was defiled or corrupted by that virus. We, his descendants, we also came out with the defect. And so that's how we have sinned, just by being his descendants now. And so how can we really have that relationship with God when we are really deformed, right? And we're not up to that standard? Well, the only way a photocopy can come out without that virus stain is when you scan it and then you edit it using Photoshop and then you print it again. So now you get scanned. Photoshop, that's what Jesus does to us now. He photoshops us and then we get born again, we get reprinted as copies without the virus stain. That's how that's analogy, or is it analogy that I can use now to explain this in plain terms now. And so you have been handed down like incomplete notes. Some alterations have happened along the line, and now God is saying, okay, I am bringing Jesus. He has been with me forever, longer than Adam did, right? He knows me in and out. Look at him, study how he is living his day-to-day life, and be like him. Basically, be Christ-like, and that's what Christians are meant to be, right? Be Christ-like. Jesus has a good relationship with the Father, so you should learn from him so that you can still have this good relationship that he has. You be just like him. And so Jesus is the key to heaven. If you're asking if Christians are the ones that will make it to heaven, back to my answer, it's those that have a relationship with him. And the only way you can have that relationship is when you allow yourself to be born again. That is to be scanned, photoshopped, and be printed again without the stain. That's just it.